Because you have never intended to sell this company. You have
Never.
no intentions to ever sell this company.
Mm-mm.
This is your company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Grant Sidney
Mm-hmm.
is the investment company that owns Uncle Nearest.
Mm-hmm.
And Grant Sidney are the names of the children that you and Keith
Mm-hmm.
determined very early on in your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But through many tries,
Mhm.
you all found that that was not going to be in your future.
It wasn't. I mean, it literally was, I think, 5 IUIs, 4 or 5 IVFs, 2 failed adoptions, a failed surrogacy. And you get to a place where we've done everything that we could.
Mm.
But one of the things that we never did, was assume that God was going to give us children.
Mm.
We did our part in terms of trying, but we never had the assumption that that was going to be a part of our path.
Wow.
We were just going to do our part, but it was ultimately always his decision. So even when I would do IVF, you've got to put the shots in your abs. And, well, my abs, I don't know where to, like, it's down here.
It's abs, though, because she got a 6-pack, okay? You see, there was a light flex for y'all out here, but go ahead, Fawn. We with you, girl.
And your lower abs. And even then, you know, every night when I would do it, as soon as I did it, Keith would start going, shot, 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 shots. Like, we had fun with it, right? And because we looked at it and said, if this is God's will for our life, we will have children. That's what our hearts desire. But we never removed that decision from being his.
Yeah.
And so we weren't able to, and we were okay with that. And now that we have seen how things have unfolded, we understand why children was not a part of the plan for us.
I mean, it was because you've birthed plenty of projects. You have birthed businesses. You have birthed books.
Yeah.
You have all the things you have created in the earth, and you have definitely multiplied.
Children would have competed with the purpose God set out for me.
Wow. Children would have competed with a purpose God set out for you. Mm-hmm. I think that's a hard pill for so many women to swallow sometimes because of what society has said. You're supposed to check off.
Yeah, society has said we're here to birth children. But many of us are here to birth vision for a lot of other people.
Come on.
So it is, we've got to get, our body can be what we birth through. It could be us as a general. So there are so many people I know that I have inspired to start the business, to move forward, to have great marriages, like all these different things that I've shown are possible. But if I had children, and this is just me, this is not, it doesn't mean that a person can't do what I've done and had children, but God knew me. And God knew children would compete with what he intended for me to do on this earth.
Yeah. I mean, I think that that's so powerful because I think if many women understood that, they would free themselves.
They would absolutely free themselves. But I meet so many women who are going through a fertility journey, and they just, I mean, every single month they break down. They go into depression. And if I could help them to see that they're so much bigger than being a mother, motherhood is, and when people read the book, they will understand how much I wanted to be a mother from the time I was 11 years old.
From the time you were a child.
It was ingrained in me from a very, so this isn't coming from a person who, if I have children or if I don't, I really don't care. I always wanted to be a mother.
And for years in the beginning of your marriage. For years.
Yeah, for like a decade.
Yeah.
But I never took that decision out of God's hands.
Never took it out of God's hands. I mean, you chose well, though.
I chose really well.
You chose well.
I chose really, really well.
You were interdependent. You were not independent, an
Correct.
independent woman. You were an interdependent woman.
Yeah, absolutely. We are two independent people, but we are interdependent.
Yeah. I love how you honor your husband in everything that you do. He's also your business partner. You all really love each other, but you all like each other.
My favorite person in the world.
Yeah.
Like I go out, I speak to people all over the world, but my favorite place is wherever that plane is headed. If my husband is in that location, that's my favorite place to be.
Yeah, he is the humble baron.
He is.
Yeah, he is who the bar is named after in Shelbyville at the distillery.
Yes.
Yeah. How did you come up with that name?
It's funny because he was an executive vice president for Sony Pictures, overseeing global public policy and external affairs. When we began this, he had been in that role quite some time. He had been at Sony for, I want to say, maybe 16 years up until that point. And he'd always been one of the most high-powered African Americans in Hollywood on the corporate side. And so everywhere he flew, it was always first class. He's always staying at St. Regis. He's always... Yeah. But then when he was doing stuff with me, it's like, we building this from the ground up. We're staying at the Courtyard by Marriott.
At the bed and breakfast with the dolls above the bed.
Listen, wherever, right? Wherever. We're flying coach. I still book coach. If you see me in first class, rest assured I've been upgraded. I still book coach.
Fawn Weaver.
I still book coach.
Let me tell y'all, for all y'all sitting up here who see me in coach sometimes in that good exit row, baby, you better watch your mouth when you talking to me, because Fawn Weaver is sitting in coach with me.
I do. Very rarely, though, because I'm usually upgraded because I'm on plane. Because I'm on plane so much. But two trips within the last week, I wasn't upgraded, and I am unbothered by that.
Fawn, this is such a little known Black history fact about you, and I'm so surprised about that. But then I'm not surprised.
Oh, you're surprised that I don't book first class?
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because when you know the story, the level of grit, the level of determination, the level of I could give a damn about what anyone has to think, feel, or believe about me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been your whole life.
Yeah.
It's been since the time you got kicked out of your house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, if you think about it truly, you're on a plane. So in first class, there's two seats. In coach, there's 3 seats. There's 3 seats. You lost a little bit of room, but what were you really doing with that room anyway? You're only so big.
Yeah.
So it just isn't, it's just not a thing for me.
I love that. I think that should change some people's game out here right now. Because I got friends, and my sister included. This is for Carly, okay? Baby, Carly is not, okay? She is not. She has got to be in the front of that plane.
Oh, the price difference between coach and first is...
sometimes it's unreal.
Listen.
Especially if you're going from coast to coast.
Oh, the price difference. And if I've got a 90% shot of being upgraded, that's what I'm going to do.
Hey, Vault family, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, make sure to check out our full interview on our channel at Vault Empowers Talks. We don't just scratch the surface. We dive deep into the lives of some of the world's most influential leaders and change makers. Don't forget to like, to comment, and be sure to subscribe for more inspiring conversations. See you next time.